Hi fishy folks, happy Friday. Today, a mutt-centric video. Outdoor Mutt Guppy ponds, both 60-gallon Laguna totes, as well as the massive 90-gallon Mutt Guppy tank downstairs. Plus I have two additional Mutt Guppy tanks I'm going to show you. People have sent me some mutts and I'm quarantining them right now before they go in the massive Mutt Guppy tank. And we're also going to do some underwater footage of the Mutt Guppies. So grab a snack and a beverage. Go ahead and obliterate that subscription button if you haven't done so already. Gently boop the notification bell. And then, check out Michael's Fish Room, where now you can buy an all-male Mutt Guppy pack. Same price, $25 plus shipping. Mutt Guppies are the way to go. Stand by. Folks, let's take a look at the mutts in this 60-gallon Laguna tote. Now, I got this idea from Greg Jones. Greg runs My Aquarium Box. Check out myaquariumbox.com and Greg's channel. I think Greg's about to surpass 600 videos, which is just amazing. Anyway, Greg and I talked about these totes. He uses them in his greenhouse, and I decided I'm going to give it a go. And so I made this little waterfall system. It consists of two 60-gallon Laguna totes and like a 20-gallon sump, if you will. The plan was the sump was just going to be a sump, but Fry got in there and they're living their life in there until we bring them inside. So here's how I set these up in case you don't remember. I essentially filled them with water, let the system let the system flow for a couple days, dropped in some plants, dropped in, I don't remember, maybe 10 guppies, maybe 7 males and 3 females, or 8 females and 2 males, something like that. And boom, they just went to town doing their thing, and we got babies. Over the next couple weeks, I probably added some more guppies. I also added an Airline and an Airstone shortly after I started. There's a ton of duckweed, and I take the water hyacinth from my pleco pond, which we'll talk about later, and add them into these ponds until they die. What happens is the hanging stuff down below, the guppies like to chill in and hide in and eat off of it. Last couple of years I did the ponds. I didn't really feed them often. These ponds I feed every day. I need maximum production out of these ponds. Make no mistake about it. These are breeding for profit guppy ponds. So should we take a look at some of these mutts? I think we shall. I have my fancy dip and pour viewer. I don't know what people call it, but that's what I call it. See what we catch. And so let's just take a look at these bad boys. A lot of dark. And I don't know if that's because the tub is black. I would imagine they're going to lighten up a little bit if I put them in a glass box. But these are mutts. All different kinds. I don't really remember what I put in there, but that one looks, I don't know if you can see that. There's like a blue one with a blue tail right there. Looks great. Females look nice and plump. Probably going to drop more fry soon. I'm pretty excited over this. Now, let me see if I could drop these over here and then maybe move some plants out of the way. I did bring a net out. Let's see if I can catch. There's this ginormous yellow female. Caught her. And I caught some more fry. Let's see what else we catch. Let's do one of these bad boys. Oh, helps if you don't drop the net. Gotta make the noise too, fellas and ladies. Wow, there's a lot of gunk in there. We don't want to get the gunk because then we can't see the fishies. Gunk is good though. I like gunk. It's mulm. It's all kinds of stuff. This, I think, is mostly algae and Java moss. Alright, what do we got? Kind of cloudy water from all the dirt, but look at that yellow female on the side. She is ginormous. Yeah, you can't say anything because the water's so cloudy from, oh, go back in there. And so some people ask me, well, how do you heat your ponds? Ambient temperature. It's been in the 90s the last couple days here, so I don't know what temperature the water is. It feels like it's about 82.5. I don't know what that is in Celsius. Someone figure it out, put it in the comments below for all you Celsius people. But they've been doing really well. When I set the ponds up, originally I set them up a little early before I went to Japan. Usually I set them up when I get back. I'm usually in Japan for the first 2 weeks of June, and I get back like that second weekend. This time I left a little bit late. I left, I think, on the 9th. Yeah, because it was my birthday. So I set the ponds up before I left, maybe the first week in June. And when I got back from Japan, we had kind of a cold snap here in South Jersey. It was in the 70s during the day, 50s at night. But I didn't lose one guppy to cold. I did lose a couple of guppies over the time, but I don't know what that's from. Sometimes guppies just die. Haters are gonna hate and say, it's because your tank's not clean. No, they just die sometimes. All right, I'm gonna shift the camera around and check out this tub. All right, grab your snack and beverage if you haven't done so already. Refill it if you have. Stand by. All right, fishy folks, this is the second level tub. It has the same stuff as the first one. I think there's a little more water lettuce in this one than this tub. I also put different color guppies in to see what we would get. And the lids are different. This one I made out of netting, which I like much better. It was a pain in the butt to make, but I like it much better for viewing and feeding and stuff. This one is made out of light diffuser. A lot of people use this as dividers in their tanks. They use it under, on the bottom of the tank. They can put rocks on it, and theoretically it dispenses the weight more evenly. I just took two, wire tied them together, and then put a 1x1 or a banister post to solidify it and use as a handle. Works for me. It works good at keeping dragonfly out, at least as far as I know. But if I want to see the fish, I have to move it, which I don't really like. So, all right, let's see if we can't. Yeah, also, these are pretty dark. Like I said, I'm guessing it's because there's a really tiny fry in there. I'm guessing because the tub is black, so they sort of, I don't want to say absorb that color, but change their color a little bit. All right, I just got a scoop. I mean, there's a pretty nice looking female there, kind of blue. Actually, that is a male, kind of bluish with a yellow tail. Probably can't see it. There was a platinum male in here. I don't know if it's still in here or not. I do see. No, that's yellow. Some metallic babies in there too. The other thing I did this year, which I didn't do the last couple years, is I added some crushed coral. As I added whatever I had to these two tubs. One of my theories, possibility of not having enough fry last year, not a good production, was every time it rained, I'm fine. It dropped the hardness and the pH probably. And so the guppies might not have been able to compensate. So hopefully the addition of the crushed coral keeps the water parameters a little bit more stable, but I don't really know. This one is a stunner. So that's a mutt that was born in my tub, right there. I don't know what it was made out of. I don't know if you can really see it, but it is a stunner. I can't wait to get this in a glass box under some light and see what they look like. Looks like it has some Dumbo ear action going on. Wow, that's a nice looking fish. I love mutts. All right, fishy folks, I'm gonna put the lid back on so I don't forget, because I've been really good with no dragonfly aliens. Now, I am concerned, I'm not gonna lie, that my inability to even see babies in the pleco pond is because there's no net on it, because I was lazy and I never did it. So it's possible I'm not gonna have any production of plecos from that pond. We'll see in about a month when I drain it. Let's see. I'm going to Japan the third week in October. So I'll probably take the ponds down the first week of October. I'm trying to leave them up until the first week of October and then take them down. September's going to be a busy week. I have a business trip to Canada. I have the grand opening of Super Cichlids, and then I have like life and stuff too. So, all right, fishy folks, that's it for the outdoor Mutt Guppy ponds external view. I'm going to give you a little shot of underwater footage, and then we're going to go take a look at the Mutt Guppy, massive Mutt Guppy 90-gallon tank downstairs. And I have two 10-gallon tanks with Mutt Guppies in them as well that people have sent me, so stand by. Searching Philip Hanby. And these somebody else sent me, and I apologize, I forgot his name again, but here are the updates of your Mutt Guppy fry you sent me. Hopefully they'll start to color up soon. They're still quite small, so I'm sure they're going to color up and look spectacular like most other mutts do. There's some really nice ones in this tank as well. Like, that's a pretty sweet looking mutt. And what else? All right, let's look at the massive 90-gallon Mutt Guppy tank, where I am actually filming right now. You can see the GoPro in there, taking some footage for you guys. And so this tank is just spectacular. It is my favorite tank I own. I did add some pothos to it. This was hanging in another Mutt Guppy tank, the 20-gallon Mutt Guppy tank that I started to take down. So I have some fish coming in this weekend, and I needed to clean up some tanks for these new strains. So I'm taking that Mutt Guppy tank down and just adding everything into here. I'll probably take the other two Mutt Guppy tanks down as well and add them into here. Now, normally you wouldn't be able to add, 50 fish into a tank without spiking the cycle, spiking an ammonia level. But because of my auto water change system, I'm not really concerned. I may end up doing a manual water change in addition to the auto water change system, but I'm really not concerned. In addition, there's a lot of water in this tank with just guppies in it, although there are some plecos. So let's take a look at some of these bad boys in here. Like, look at this one. Clearly it's a mutt, right? The tail is kind of muted as far as red and yellows go, and now it's hiding, but it's still a spectacular guppy. And you got this one. This one's in the Mutt Guppy tank. It's a red cobra that looks great, but the tail's kind of jacked up. But it's a mutt. That's what they're here for. By the way, now on Michael's Fish Room, a 5-pack of male mutts. So check out michaelsfishroom.com for that. So got a little bit of tiny endlers in here. Look at this one. Look at this guppy. That is spectacular. It's a mutt. It was made in this tank. Tail's a little torn. Who cares? It's a mutt. Got some Dumbo ear action going on there. I love the Mutt Guppies. Mutt Guppies for president. Lots of fry. You can see all kinds of little tiny fry hanging out down below. And so let's just talk about this tank a little bit. I got a big ginormous piece of wood for the plecos, a new pleco cave. We got the huge sponge filter, and there's an extra box filter. I had that box filter in here originally, and my plan was to take it out, but I'm going to leave it in there, I think, for now. And then there's all kind of stuff on the bottom, right? There's that little fake decoration thing that the fishies can go in and the pluckos can go in. But there's a ton of Java moss way down by Mome. So it's like a smorgasbord, an all-you-can-eat buffet for the fishies. Look at this one. Look. Oh my God, that's beautiful. These are fantastic. How about this one? Blue and green. Oh boy. Oh boy. We got some floating Java moss for the babies to hang out in. And yeah, that's how you do mutt guppies, people. I don't know if I coined the term mutt guppy. I think I did. I think I was the first one to really talk about mutt guppies, but now everyone's using the term, and that's fine. I like that. Why? Because they're mutts. All right, fishy folks, that's it for the Mutt Guppy extravaganza. Hope you enjoyed it. Check out michaelsfishroom.com, where you can get a 5-pack of male mutts now. See ya. Females look nice and plump. Probably gonna drop more fly.